I worked with Ariel Sharon, who Sharon I had admired since being a child, and wrote a poem about him when I was in the Yom Kippur War. I wrote, because my best friend's father was Sharon's deputy. So Sharon came to my best friend's bar mitzvah. And I wrote this poem for our school around the Yom Kippur War. It was a very strong message about Ariel Sharon and how he saved the land of Israel at that time. And I gave the poem to Ariel Sharon. So years later, when he became prime minister, at the government press office, we take the official photograph of the prime minister. So we come in there, and I'm there with our chief photographer, and I didn't introduce myself. And I said to him, I gave you a poem many years ago, and I thought he'd say to me, okay, thank you very much. Now I have business to tend to. And I was surprised. I was like, oh, you gave me that? I so much appreciate it. He says to me, his house, there was a fire in his house a few years earlier. So he says to me, I had a fire, in my house, the farm that he was at. I had a fire at the farm, and all the things that I had were burnt down. If you have a copy of that poem, I would love to get it. And oh my God, I almost fainted. I went to my mom's house. I turned my mom's house upside down. I didn't find but I did find, I had stickers of him that he ran for government the first time back in 1973. He ran with the Shlom Tzion party. So I had stickers of Ariel Sharon and Shlom Tzion. So I brought those to him, and he was very receptive. So, I haven't seen those in years. And he was very different than I was expecting. He was not well liked by certain circles of Israeli politics, especially those in the circle of the prime minister's office, who were appointed by the left wing. And one of the secretaries there, who was from the time of Golda Meir. And when I met with Sharon, and he was so pleasant and so nice and such a polite person. And I said to her afterward, oh my God, I never expected him to be such a nice guy. He says, you tell me about it. He said, you voted for him, she says to me. I've always despised him, and I love him now, she says to me. And that was a big surprise, that Ariel Sharon, when you met him personally, was such a pleasant person and such a wonderful person to work with, and very supportive.